Hello, everybody. Welcome to AI Dungeon 2. I think they dropped the 2. AI Dungeon multiplayer with Rhapsody and me. AI story.
Ooh,
How's
I like it. I
going,
like it.
Rhapsody? Oh, are you ready to...
Non-rehearsed, no cap.
No, not non-rehearsed, no cap. That's going to be... The whole story is going to be non-rehearsed by anyone. It's going to be generated on the fly. It's like the world's craziest choose your own adventure.
Yeah,
we have the story of Rigban and Domgar.
I've seen Peak play this a fair few times. I've not paid particularly close attention as he had, but when he regaled me of the stories of his adventures, I was very much amazed by the breadth that the game was able to respond to. It seems like it doesn't skip a beat, like it's the perfect improv partner.
It is king of yes and if it is not yes anding you good enough, you can just be like, no, my force field is up. I did live. Like if you really want to, you'd be like, no, I have an anti-force field gun. You could do that if you wanted to. But a lot of the fun is just taking the hits as they come. Mm-hmm. You wanna read our first paragraph here for us? The rest is gonna be narrated by the game, but
sure.
This first one.
Our story begins with a group of adventurers living in the medieval kingdom of Larian. The kingdom is filled with small villages and thatched cottages. Colleges would not have been correct. Thatched cottages, and has been relatively peaceful until now. The adventurers are on a quest to find the magical staff of Zalos. They walk through the forest and notice a band of mountain dwarves. The dwarves are friendly and offer them food and drink. Then, one of the dwarves turns to them and says, "Welcome to Dwarven Valley. We have been expecting you. King Greensmith has consented to give you the staff if you visit his throne room. He rules from Dwarven Mountain in the heart of this valley."
Maybe we do turn off the narration. You'd get a big old vocal workout though, for sure.
Oh, I do love a good old vocal workout, but also I like the kind of the dulcet British robotic tones that we're going to be hearing from the narrator a little bit later on.
Yeah. So here's what's interesting. We probably can just jump. We probably both can just jump in at any time, right? Like ability to do something, say something, or just straight up say that something happens in the story. And I guess we can literally do it whenever. I wonder what happens if we both like try to jump in at the same time, though. I probably won't find that out because we're too polite. But one of the dwarves has turned to us and says, "Welcome to Dwarven Valley. We've been expecting you. King Greensmith has consented to give you the staff if you visit his throne room." So it seems like we're kind of towards the end of our adventure.
Domja says, "Why have you been expecting us?"
Domja.
All right, that's the official pronunciation now.
"We have ties to the kingdom and we knew you would be coming. We have been preparing for your visit." The dwarf smiles and prepares to leave. The adventurers are wary but decide to follow.
Okay, let's see.
I'm gonna leave. Everyone just follows him.
Yeah, I'm out of here. All right, I'm coming with. So, but we're on a quest to find them.
And I'm coming too.
I'm coming with you. We're going on a quest to find the magical staff of Zalos, and it's just here. Am I understanding this correctly?
As far as I'm aware, yeah, King Greensmith is going to give us the magical staff of Zalos as soon as we talk to them.
Here, I got.
Rigban says, "What is special about the staff
forgot the
of
question
Zalos anyways?"
Good point.
The dwarf looks at you and your companions. He thinks for a moment and says, "A lot of powerful magic is focused through the staff. It makes the user practically unstoppable."
Why do we deserve it then?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
you know what?
I wish I could ask your character something. But I wonder
know
if that
what
would
this
probably
is.
break it.
Yeah,
go ahead.
Unfortunately, the game would probably try and respond, right? I think what this is you know when you get dropped into an RPG, right? And the start of it is you finishing a mission, but then at the end of that mission, you get betrayed and lose all of your power-ups and all of your spells or whatever, and then you get stranded and left for dead, and then you have to build your way back up. I think that's where we are. I think King Greensmith is just gonna kick our asses into the sun.
Okay. Well, wait, hold on. I got something then.
Rigbin says, so which one of you is going to betray us? No one is going to betray you.
Oh,
The
that's
dwarf
what they
is
all
about
say.
to say
Whoa!
something else when a large bear appears. It stands on its
What?
hind legs and looks very hungry. The adventurers can see that it is preparing to charge them.
I thought we were in a throne room.
Not
Are we
yet.
not?
What? No, the throne room is in Dwarven Mountain in the heart of this valley. We are in a valley.
Oh, we are in a valley. Okay.
Okay. I think
Here,
I've got
you
to do
take
action
something.
here for this one.
Go for it. You got it. You take it over.
Hopefully it interprets this correctly.
Dom pants the bear.
Pants the bear.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The bear is hit in the chest with a blast of wind.
I didn't
It
know.
knocks off its feet and flies through the air
Oh.
for several seconds before landing in the soft grass. It struggles to get up, but then Andrid steps on its paw.
Oh, I think that pants. See, because to me, pants, I was like pant, like like how a dog pants and like breathes out. So I guess it took it as a very, very powerful pant.
Yeah.
So you're like,
I was thinking it could be like winding them, like knocking the wind out of them here. But I was kind of intending to pants the bear, as in tear down their bear pants, and then they would trip over them because they got little stubby hind legs.
here, hold on. Here, we can do it this way.
Rigbin pulls down the bear's pants.
This should definitely
While
work.
the others tie up the bear, you sneak around the area. It appears that dwarves were expecting trouble and there is no one in sight. You see what appears to be a campfire.
Okay.
So the game just does
guess-
not want bears to wear pants. I get it.
Okay. We could just story this. You could just make it. You could press story and force it to happen.
I
Put
could,
pants
but
on the bear.
I'm just gonna...
The bear is trotting around the dwarf camp.
Oh, it's
looking
not.
for
It really
people
doesn't
to
want it
eat.
to happen.
It does not seem as happy now. You notice a weapons rack near the campfire. Sticking out of the rack is what appears to be a magical sword.
Here.
Dom pulls down the bear's pants.
Huh?
I put that down. I put that there.
Ah,
The dwarves rush out
right.
of their tents and begin to yell at the sight of their humiliated pet. They do not attack you, however. Instead, the one who led you here addresses you. You are not welcome here. Leave at once.
We've humiliated their pet. Okay, so it finally happened. It finally happened.
Hang on.
We are not.
I got this.
We're not welcome here. Leave it once.
Dom says we're guests of the king.
Ah, of course. It's a catch-all pass in the world of fantasy.
Yes, we are well aware of that.
I mean-
but if you insist on behaving in such a manner, then you can hardly be our guests. Guards take their weapons and escort them from our lands.
What?
Rigbin says, what if I said we were sorry?
Maybe.
Sorry? Well, that is a start. I suppose you could stay and visit our king, but your weapons will still be taken. The dwarves lead you to the throne room where you meet the king.
What do you got here? I'm so
Dom
glad it says.
what if we said our weapons were also sorry? The dwarves laugh
Oh,
and the king
there we
says,
go.
Then they may stay until you have made proper amends.
Oh, there we
You
go.
apologize to the dwarves for your behavior.
Hell yeah!
Hey, that worked. It actually worked. We act like total doinkers. The game was like, hey, don't do that, and then we apologized, and then we cracked a joke, and they thought it was funny.
It works
10 out
on
of 10.
Fable: The Lost Memories logic.
Yeah. Okay. So Here we go. Where are we at? I'm scrolling up. I got lost
So,
in the pantsing for a second.
I believe the dwarves just led us to the throne room, and we are before the king. We're also allowed our weapons, and we're also allowed to stay as a result of our apologies.
Here, I'm gonna hit this with one of these to get us some.
Rigbin examines his surroundings.
See what kind of info we get.
You walk
So I'm just going to quickly pop the narration up a little.
through the halls of Dwarven Valley. The dwarves have offered you rooms in their mountain, but seeing as you just got
Dwarven
here
Valley. I
and
keep
all
on
your
thinking of
stuff is
Hidden
in
Valley, like this
Sinkhole,
is a
you've
ranch,
decided
like
to stay there for
the
now.
ranch dressing company. Someone is typing.
You know what it had to be, right?
Dom says, "Where's the lunch at?"
Yeah, but I mean, hey, there's gonna be a ranch.
The dwarves explain that the ranch is on the other side of the valley and not far from the entrance. They point you to a set of stairs that lead out of the mountain.
Ah, that's the Hidden Valley. Got it.
That is the Hidden Valley. Okay. Wait, that.
Your rooms in their mountain, seeing your stuff is in Sinkhole. I think we are in the throne room still.
Set of stairs that they point you to. Sometimes, placement is a slight
says,
issue.
So that is why some call it the Hidden Valley. Thanks.
I mean, we gotta make it canon.
Just before you leave, the king says, "You are not to go wandering out of the valley." Rushing past this commandment, you get to the entrance and are hit by a blast.
Oh,
of
were we
king's
panted
air.
on?
I think we
they
got panted by the
us.
king.
I think the king panted us.
King.
I'm so glad it says someone else is typing.
I want to see if it'll let me rename him.
Dom says, "King Dwarf Man, how lovely to finally meet you. Taking advantage of the less stuffy air you run outside." The dwarves did not lie. The valley is beautiful and well worth the long trip to get here.
Hold on. What's the name of the staff? Staff of Zalos.
Zalos, yes.
Oh.
Rigbin says, "So about that staff of Zalos, when are you going to fork it over?" The dwarves all seem to be staring at you. One says, "Why are you looking at me? I didn't say anything." Another says, "You have something on your neck." A third leans in and whispers.
Ooh.
Third leans in and whispers.
"It's ugly." You quickly wipe your neck. The first one says, "He doesn't have anything on his neck, you idiots." Then the second one says, "But I saw it. It was a lizard."
A tip for this is if sometimes it leaves something like unfinished like that, you can just hit enter and it'll like pretend that the thing that it just said was the prompt.
Right,
So it can help you, like-
got it.
So that's what I did right there. That's why it did it in pieces. So I just asked about the staff of Zalos so that I have a lizard on my neck, I guess. He doesn't have anything on his neck, you idiots.
Dom says, "Then why didn't you say it was a lizard in the first place?" The dwarves all get very quiet and look at the ground. The first one says, "It's true, I did not say the word lizard.
That's a
I
perfect
was too
response.
busy looking at his neck." Another says,
Oh, wait. I'm going to
"Rigbin said,
interrupt
Why
him.
are you so interested in my neck?" The dwarves seem to be whispering among themselves a lot now. One says, "Too close, go back." Another says, "The wind is picking up, he can hear us better." A third says,
I feel like we're getting hit with.
So is
What's
this
that?
prompting us to say what they would say?
I guess so. I mean, it's not doing anything on purpose, but I guess that's what it's doing. But it seems like we might be stuck in a loop unless we put in some kind of a story thing.
Okay.
So we could you could type in So basically, what you can do is you can click story. I'll let you have this one.
Sure.
Go to story and then type something in quotes, and then continue on with like something that'll move the story forward. How about that?
Yep. And it has to be in quotes?
I mean, it doesn't have to be, but for visual sake, it might make more sense. A third says, and then say the quote.
Got it.
And you can make him say anything you want.
Let's lead these adventurers back to the king. The first says, "Fine, I will take you."
There we go.
You follow the dwarves back to the king. When you arrive, he is in a meeting with several other dwarves. When he sees you, he rushes over and asks,
It's really it keeps on putting us in the loop.
Yeah,
It's
no kidding.
it's trying to improv us.
Do you want
He
to take this one?
sees you. He rushes over and asks. Here.
Will you take this staff of Zalos?
Here we go.
"Will you please take this staff of Zalos? Also, hey, nice neck."
It's a lizard!
You thank him and put
There
the
we go,
staff
we got
in
it.
your bag
Hey.
of holding. Then you all head out to the ranch.
Ranch.
The wind picks up as you travel
ranch.
across the valley floor.
You can see how it's trying to pick up the elements we'd previously mentioned. Obviously, the staff was previously mentioned by the game itself, but the ranch we previously mentioned, the wind, that came in as soon as we mentioned pantsing.
Oh, totally.
And it's just trying to pull
Yeah.
all of those elements back together consistently. I like it.
There's like a little pin notepad thing too, so you can put like you can write little story elements that you want it to never forget. And it'll like kind of keep them in a backlog, so every time it makes a prompt, it'll like run through to see if it makes sense there. I think
That's super cool.
It's pretty neat. You put the staff in your bag of holding, and you head out to the ranch. The wind picks up as you travel across the valley forest. So our mission is done. Wait, I want to.
Yeah. It was just the
Let's
quest
see.
to find the magical staff of Zalos, which we have now done.
I want to see what happens when I do this.
Rigbin asked Dom,
Oops.
"So what do we do now?"
I want to see if because it'll probably.
Dom's voice sounds far away when he shouts back, "I don't know."
Shoot! God dang it!
Yeah, it seems like it auto prompts me.
Yeah.
So was that you doing a say command or a story command? Because you asked me.
That was do. I typed in do. I did ask Domger. So what do we do now? In the do category, but you can also
Right.
do story, and you could do Rigbin asks Domger. You can type it all out. Like story is just OP.
Got it.
Story
got
is
it.
like willing something into existence if you really need help getting it on track.
We had a place of origin, right? They mentioned it earlier.
must.
Sinkhole.
Sinkhole. Where was? Yeah, that's right. So yeah, I guess we head back to Sinkhole. I haven't been typing anything because I see you got something in there.
Yeah.
Dom, send a raven back to Sinkhole of their successful mission.
Okay, so it's like the old Facebook prompts. I have to assume that the start
You
is
sigh
going
with
to be my
relief as The
name.
dwarves guide you back
Yeah.
into the
I
ranch.
renamed him!
King Dwarf Man is waiting
Yes!
for you and says,
Wait, you say or leave the dwarf guide you back to the mountain conform, and then says, it really wants us to. It never has me fill in the text prompts so much when I've used this in the past. Let's see. Oh. God, because yeah, it's weird because you have to do a story prompt. Wait, it says something. Oh, because I'm trying to see if I can kind of get it to finish itself.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. We could do enter, I guess. We could just do that. Maybe it'll finish it. But it'll probably just loop itself again.
Thank you for coming to our valley, and on such short notice. We will never
Ooh.
forget this. The dwarves all gather around the king. One whispers, "We are doomed." A second one says,
Okay, so this would be a story prompt.
Yeah. One whispers, "We are doomed." I mean, probably because we have the staff. Nobody we don't know why we deserve this staff that is apparently super powerful, which is of course that's the standard thing. It's a staff. It's they're unstoppable now. So why I'm definitely curious why we deserve it. Someone else is typing.
"We'll never defeat the deep dark beasties without that staff." The king reaches into his pocket and pulls out his old staff. "I have this," he says. The third one says, "It's not enough." The fourth one says, "We're doomed, I tell you."
Okay, so we straight up, and we're dealing with a Mad King.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. The Mad King, but the thing is, his ineptitude is our gain. I guess.
I mean, we've got the Staff of Zalos.
Here, I want to try this. It's the ability. Oh, I'm trying, because what you can also do is you can kind of half do a sentence, and I'm trying to figure out. I'm going to have the game tell us exactly why it's so special. But I can't quite figure it. There we go. We'll do it like that.
Rigbin and Domch remember the tales of the Staff of Zalos and its ability to
And its ability too. We remember Tales of the Staff of Zalos and its ability
destroy the
to.
beasties with just one blast.
Hey.
They rush back to the doorway that leads to the valley, but they find that the dwarves have already blocked it up with a giant stone.
Oh.
Domch says,
Well, I mean, you have to take this one over.
Yeah, but do I have to do it with the story prompt or the say prompt?
Probably the story, since it kind of is
Yeah, right?
the multiplayer aspect. I think it's because we have used your name in the third person, so it probably it's kind of there as a character too.
Yeah, that seems about right. Let's give it a softball.
"Let us in. We know how to defeat the beasties."
And in one blast, no less.
The dwarves do not listen and say, "This was your fate." The red-handed adventurers died with the Staff of Zalos. Domch screams in rage and pounds on the door. Then he looks at you.
And I guess probably at me.
Yeah?
Okay. Scream. You know what? Here we go. I'm a corrupt man. Blast the, let's see. Door.
Blast Dom Gear?
Blast Dom Gear.
Rigbin uses the Staff of Zalos to blast the door open.
Hopefully I know how to use this. It has untold power.
You pull out the staff. The dwarves
What was the
one says, "No." Another says, "They must have found
Do
it."
they not know that the king gave it to us?
I think they're
here,
talking about the button on the bottom of the staff that makes it blow things open.
I mean, we can, yeah. Let's see. We can make that cannon.
Yeah, because in the scene, you've still only just pulled out the staff rather than used it.
Yeah.
The third says, "They found the button on the bottom of the staff that activates beastie mode. A fourth says,
They're
doomed. There is a flash and you are blinded for a moment. When you can see again, everything around you has changed. You are no longer standing in a doorway. You are no longer outside.
Woo.
Let's make this one simple.
Dom
Oh, hell
looks
yeah.
around.
Dumja.
When you look around, you see that you and your friends are no longer in a cave,
What?
or a tunnel, or even underground at all.
What?
You are standing on the edge of a forest.
What?
The sun is shining.
Maybe
and the
at some
sky
point
is
we were
blue.
in our life we were in a cave.
You
And
are
no
no
longer
longer
we are.
outside. When you look around,
I know.
you're in a forest under the sun. Not outside though. Don't worry. There's a dome over the top of the
Yeah.
area. Oh, there's about to be a dome over the top of the area, I feel.
There is a dome covering the forest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Make it canon. Make it canon.
You look down and see a strange building that looks like a mix
What?
between a Native American dwelling and a gingerbread house. There is smoke coming out of the chimney.
That took a left turn.
We're in a fantasy world.
We're in a fantasy world within the fantasy world. Wait. Yeah, you take it. You take it. What the hell?
No clue, but you got to go with what it's going with. Yes, and.
Yes, and
George approaches the house quietly. You creep up to the house and peek inside the window. You see a family sitting around a table. They are laughing and joking while they eat something that looks like meat and potatoes. Rigbin knocks on the window.
Yep.
just why not?
They seem nice enough. They'll probably
They
invite us
seem
in.
nice.
You knock on the window and the family looks over. They gasp and scramble away from the window. What was that? Asks one of them. I don't know, says another.
You got something?
I do not off the top of my head.
Rigbin says it was me.
I want them to know.
You clear your throat and say hi. Go away. They say. One of them says, don't make eye contact. You can hear them
I am the
whispering
creep.
from inside the house. One says,
So they're the family inside the gingerbread house.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
maybe
halfway.
we
in
should let
gingerbread.
them in and invite them to dinner.
Yes, yes.
I want to see if everyone turns
Another
around.
says, I don't
Ooh.
want to be cursed.
Oh,
Should we invite them in for pie? Asks a girl. Only if we know they aren't cursed, says her mother.
Interesting. I mean, we might be cursed.
here.
Rigbin says, what curse are you talking about?
I don't have that one. I have other curses.
The people inside the house stop whispering. They look out the window cautiously and one says,
Here, let's just let them finish it then.
Mm-hmm.
If it's gonna keep giving us these, I'm gonna make it finish them.
we think you're under a curse. Didn't you notice the skulls on the trees? Your eyes widen and you look around. Sure enough, there are dozens of skulls on the trees.
So
You
why
say,
does the skulls on the trees mean we're cursed? Mm. I can't wait.
Oh no! It's a do! Accidentally
Oh,
did
you
a
just-
do!
Dom Dang. No, they all didn't because they all just teleport.
We could retcon it.
What? Your friend explains about
Well,
the
I mean,
life of Zalos.
it works.
The
Oh,
family looks
it worked.
concerned. That must have been quite the curse, says one of them. Another adds, lucky you made it out
So
alive.
they They were certain that they were like, I don't know, they might have a curse, but that they definitely know we're cursed. Well, I guess maybe the curse is that we got teleported to Gingerbread Land.
Dom flexes his uncursed muscle. You see one of your friends out of the corner of your eye and turn to look. He and his friend are flexing their muscles proudly. You roll your eyes, they are pretty ripped already.
I'm here with you. Who's the friend? Unless it's the game's interpretation of Domj.
Hold on.
Rigbin sighs and admires the muscles reluctantly. You sigh and look at your other friend. His face is pale and he looks terrified. You walk over to him and ask, "Hey, are you okay?" He looks up at you and his eyes are red. He says,
Do we have... Is there a third friend?
Apparently.
I guess so. Maybe he's the curse. Mm-hmm. What's the little world symbol? And he says, "What? So, I'm like, are we? Is the curse that we got teleported? Is that
I've
the
never
curse?"
seen anyone flex.
I don't think it's defined yet.
Just did, and now I'm
Yeah.
scared because he's too muscular and his cardiovascular system cannot. He starts crying. You pat him on the back and say, "It'll be okay."
Oh my god. Okay. So, okay. How do I guess we asks the family. So, what is the curse you think we have? Question mark.
Rigbin asks the family, "So what is the curse you think we have?" You ask the family what they think the curse is. One of them says, "Your Rob is cursed to be stronger, faster, and better looking than anyone, like a character from a comic book." They all nod.
What?
Domtr says, "We are such afflicted." You nod and say, "We are such afflicted." Your friends look at you weird, but you tell them to go along with it. The family says,
Ooh, so we're not cursed, but... So our friends are confused by it because we aren't actually cursed, but we're playing
"Okay,
along.
well,
Wait,
then I guess
so
you
we're
may
only allowed
stay
in if
here,
we are
but
cursed?
only if you promise not to go into the woods." Why
I
not?
think that
You are.
I mean we can play it
Well,
as
we'll tell you
we
at
made a
dinner.
joke once again to get ourselves off the hook. Like we are cursed with being so good looking.
Damn.
Let's say that'll be that's what I'm going with. That's my headcanon.
I like it. I like it.
What's dinner? Oh, you got something? Okay.
There you go. I'm just doing some one.
Accept their offer
Oh,
and
yeah,
head to the
accept.
house.
Should be an S. Got it.
Didn't
You
matter.
accept and enter their house. You have dinner.
Wait,
with
they're
the
mountain
kind
dwarves?
mountain dwarves.
So they're
You
also.
talk to
I mean,
the
they didn't
dwarves
say they
and learn
weren't.
a lot about them. They are all siblings and they worked hard mining for the Falcon Kingdom.
So
in the
they are. They're
mountains.
also dwarves. They just happen to live in a gingerbread house. That's just normal. That's just a thing, I guess.
I guess that totally makes sense. It's just a family sitting around a table. They're laughing and joking, eating potatoes. It's just I thought, yeah, should we invite them in for pie? Asks a girl. Only if we know they aren't cursed, says the mother. They're all siblings.
Oh no! oh my gosh. So let's see. Yeah. Okay, you're gonna address it. I'm not touching that one. You can address it. I don't have a good way of phrasing it.
Dom tries not to think about their family tree.
There we go.
As you're eating, you realize that there are only 3 children but 7 seats at the
Oh
table.
no.
You turn and ask the dwarves
Oh,
if this is a
no!
separate room for the other siblings.
Rhaps!
No, says one of them.
Oh no.
Here.
Rig beautifully changes the subject. You change the subject to their house. They say they have lived there for a while and that it was abandoned by woodcutters. You ask if you could see the rest of the house and they say, of course.
Woodcutters that love gingerbread. Well, I mean, I
Yeah.
guess it looks. Did it say it looks like gingerbread?
A cross between a Native American dwelling and a gingerbread house. But the thing that confuses me here most is what material would woodcutters make their house out of in a forest?
I know.
Let me guess.
Got
it.
Maybe it was like a metaphor.
Maybe.
Something,
Let's treat it as a metaphor. Should we start pinning some stuff? Like, what should the AI remember? Rigbin wields the Staff of Power.
The Staff of Zalos.
Zalos, which
Yes.
has the power to defeat the deep, dark beasties.
Yes. Dongir has bulging muscles.
Cool.
Let's see. All right, I wonder if it. Oh, cool. Oh, so if you write that in there, it shows it up right there for me. Good stuff.
Great.
All right. You change the subject to their house. They say they've lived there for a while. It's abandoned by woodcutters. You ask you to see the rest of it.
I kind of just want them to lead us.
Yeah, we can just hit enter. And it should take it over.
They show you the rest of the house. You sit on beds and such to test them, but they look sturdy. Then you see a book on one of the end tables. It's a book about mountain dwarves.
I mean, like, it'd be like if we walked into one of our houses and you looked at any of the books and you just boiled it down to, it's a book about humans.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, it doesn't really narrow it down very much.
That's a very undertail line of text right there. It's a book about
Exactly.
humans.
Exactly. Did you have something? Oh, okay.
Dom
There.
says, I wish I knew how to read.
That's my brand.
You say, I wish I knew how to read, and pick up the book. One of your hosts says,
my God.
you
Oh
must
my
love
God.
reading then. Rigbin raises an eyebrow. You furrow your eyebrows and say, I don't actually.
Oh, there we
know
go.
Oh,
that."
nice.
The dwarves look at each other, then one of them says, I can teach you.
Okay. Neat. I wish I knew how to read. You must love reading then. I mean, yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Dom says, yes, please. I want to know how to spell so that Microsoft Word. The dwarves laugh and say, the teacher has become the student. Okay, you reply.
Okay.
They take you in the next day and teach you to read very quickly. You're surprised at how fast you learn.
This teacher has become the student
So
because you can inform them about Microsoft Word.
yeah, pretty much apparently. So I took them in and they taught me how to read, and I taught them what Microsoft Word is. I told them how to make an OS from ground level up. There's one thing. Have you had the narration like suddenly get interrupted halfway through some of these lines?
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
Dang.
The The dwarf reveals that his name is Clippy.
That's a story prompt, definitely, right?
yeah.
He pulls up a sheet of paper and says, "Now let us read so that I may fill this sheet with terrible handwriting." You begin to read aloud. It takes you a few minutes, but you soon learn how. Okay.
We did it. We learned to read, Raps.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to like play into the things the story are giving us as well
Don't
as
read
play
the
away
book
from
about
them
mountain
in
dwarfs.
kind of equal
Yeah.
measure.
Yeah.
You read the book as Clippy listens. It mainly consists of names and dates, so you don't quite understand what is going on, but a few paragraphs catch your eye.
Let us know.
Yeah.
All right, that's a hot enter right there.
Exactly. Couldn't agree more.
Clippy notices your curious gaze and says, "You have found something interesting." He pulls his chair over to you so that you may read it together. As you read aloud, Clippy begins to weep silently.
I mean, is this another hot enter? Because
Yeah, I think it must be, right? We want the game to tell us what's on that passage.
What made Clippy weep?
The history of the dwarves by nice year 25. The dwarves have been in these mountains for millennia.
Was this what made you cry, Clippy?
Been in this mountain for millennia.
Let's see. I don't know. I'm gonna let the story drive itself for a second.
There are rumors that the dwarves first came from beneath the earth, much like how plants draw life from beneath the earth.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna hit enter until I see something sad.
As we all are really. These rumors are put to rest when a very old miner mentions that he found a diary from one of the first dwarves.
Okay. The dwarves, after having dug through countless mountains and making myriads of homes within them, decided to create one great mountain home. These rumors are put to rest when a very old miner mentions that he found a diary from one of the first dwarves. Okay. We're getting books within the book. Oh, no.
Okay. So, right. So that actually does track, right? Because previously they
Yeah.
were saying there are rumors that we come from the earth, but the rumors are for another time. And then 3,975 at least years later, they find a book from one of the first dwarves explaining we don't come from the earth, I guess. Hang on. I think I have one.
Okay. Hit it. By nice. What do you got?
Here we go.
Okay.
The book explains that the first dwarves actually descended from humans who were bopped on the head.
With a mallet, a la
The ancient
guacamole.
great being who did this was upset that humans kept trying to grow flowers in his bloody boulder piles. This group of humans, led by a particularly mean flea market owner named Greg, were transformed into
Oh
dwarves.
my god. Okay.
Wait, hang on. I got another one here.
Okay. Go ahead. Go right ahead. So, okay. They descended from humans who were bopped on the head with a mallet a la guacamole. They upset that humans tried to grow flowers in his boulder piles, so he hit him with the mallet, and then they were transformed into dwarves by Greg.
No. The humans were led by a particularly mean flea market owner named Greg.
But then the humans, when bopped on the head with the whack-a-mole, turned into
"Yeah,
dwarves, apparently.
he is my ancestor. I always thought I looked like that ugly fella."
Yeah, so Clippy is descended from Greg. So now we know why he was sad. He was learning Probably not learning, right? This is book in his house. So I guess
Yeah.
he was just reminiscing upon his ancestry.
So he's crying because I mean is he ashamed to be I mean, I guess I'll ask him.
Sick dunk as well, by the way. I always thought I looked like that ugly guy. Sick self dunk right there.
There. Just
Rigby
give it. I'll just
says, "Are you
serve it to him on a
ashamed be
platter."
mountain dwarf? Is that why? Clippy looks confused for a moment, then closes the book. He says, "No,
Oh.
that was a great read. And now I know where my
He's
talent
lying.
for poetry comes from. Thank you for reading with me." You smile and say,
This is the underutilized improv tactic known as the no but.
"You're lying."
This is the no but right back.
Clippy looks surprised and says, "I am." You nod and say, "If it's human, you can't be related." You continue,
Okay, well. Oh, you got it.
There we go.
"If you're not related, maybe you are Greg instead."
Oh.
Clippy says, "Well, how would you know? Maybe you're me. I'm a great poet and you're related to Greg the Mallet Man." You nod and say,
What? What? What?
He's not wrong.
"Deep."
That's on the level of metaphysics at this point.
You leave the library hoping to pick something up from your trip.
Library.
Rigbin
Oops,
steal a
ah.
piece of the gingerbread house to eat later.
Shoot.
You pick out the smallest piece of gingerbread, as well as the only unbroken cookie. You shove it in your pocket, say goodbye to Clippy and head out. You exit the library and walk down the street.
Okay, so what is our ultimate goal at this point? We have the Staff of Zalos. Was the goal now to defeat the deep dark beasties? Should we attempt to find a cave to try and venture down into the deep dark?
I suppose that would be the thing. I do want to see. I kind of want to see if there's some kind of clever way we could get the game to generate what our characters look like. Because I'm curious.
Okay. Yes. Let me try and do that.
For all the myriad of fan art for these characters.
So the do prompt, I start with like assessors.
Yeah. So it'd be like, what do you do? And it'll start with dumb gear.
Got it.
Dumb gear. I don't know how to pronounce it the game's
Dumb
way.
Dumb.
Dumge.
And I'm sorry for the delay on this.
No, it was, if you got a way to try and figure it out, I'm definitely down to see.
Domch visually assesses Rigbin, noting any particular. Rip up the picture of his face and throw it away. You are in a hurry and don't have time for this.
All right, apparently no.
Wait.
Rigbin looks at himself in a mirror. He takes note of his hair color and height, which were far unknown, as well as his iconic. He takes off.
game really doesn't want us to know.
Rigbin's hair color is
Come on.
Unknown. Oh,
Red
Yes!
is brown, and he is just shy of 5 feet tall. He has big green eyes, a large forehead, a pointed chin, and a mole next to his nose.
Dom's hair color is. And that goes in story, and then we just enter.
Dom's hair color is
Yeah.
Cool.
Is not important. Go away.
black. Dom's height is medium. Dom's eyes are brown. Rip up the page and throw it away. You're in a hurry.
Alright. Wait, hang on. Sorry, I want to take this one.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm trying to get the game to give us a direction now.
The two were in a hurry too.
Oh, shoot.
Were you gonna paste back together the page?
Get to the docks before the captain
Oh,
sets
Clippy.
sail. Ahead of you, Clippy is already halfway down the street. You try to quicken your pace, but you keep stumbling on your own 2 feet.
Clippy's already ahead of us. Clippy moves at a pun not intended, but clip.
Rigbin looks down at his 2 feet and sees that the style of shoes he is wearing, and they are at least size is too large. They
Ah!
are slipping off his feet with every step he takes. He tries to stop and take them off, but he is in a hurry and can't
Rip
stop
up the
for long.
page. Rip up the page and throw it away. You're in a hurry. I got shoes that are too big. Okay.
Dom uses the staff of Zalos to blast Rigbin's shoes off.
Oh no!
You quickly think of something to do. You raise the staff of
Oh
Zalos
my
into
God!
the air and bark. Ways. Come
Dom
at me.
gear!
The
Ways.
words of power have an effect. Several dwarves surround you.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Dwarves. Unshoe.
Dom says dwarves, unshoe my friend.
Ooh,
The dwarves are quick to obey. They stomp on Rigbin's feet, removing his oversized shoes. The dwarves take the shoes and run off, disappearing into the distance.
Yo, we actually just got some sick lore about King Dwarven. He was using the staff of Zalos to control the dwarves in the mountain.
yes! Oh my God! I put that
Pin
that
it?
in the pin while
Let's do it.
yeah.
What was the name of the valley range? Do you remember? Dwarven
gosh.
Valley.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Rigbin says, well, at least I still have my clothes. He looks down at emblazoned with a large jar
What?
on the floor. You arrive at the dock, where you find the captain at the helm. He smiles and greets you, handing you a map to your seat.
Map to your seat. How? Wait.
A map to your seat. How big is the boat that we need a map?
You read my GD mind. Look.
Dom says a map to our seat. How big is this boat? The captain grins and says,
Oh!
not a boat. It's an airship. Look at the map. Airships are a recent invention and you hate heights. The captain looks disappointed as you walk away.
We don't want to go on there anymore.
Oh my god. Rip up the, why are you ripping everything up? Why are we ripping up everything? Oh my god.
There you go.
Dom says Rigbin, you really need to get over your obsession. The captain gives you a tour of the ship. It is, according to him, 9 miles long and
my
travel from
God.
one end of the known world to the other in less than a month.
Oh my.
Impressive, responds Dom.
Wait.
9 miles long. I love that this is co-op.
Rigbin says, it isn't that great. I've seen bigger.
Yeah, only 9?
The captain's
Gee.
jaw drops. He runs off, returning with a handful of flyers. Each one has a picture of an airship similar to the one you are on and the caption.
I'm gonna let it fill that out. What is the caption?
Wanted $1 billion, the captain says. I'm glad you shared that information with us. Now please leave the ship. Rip up the flyers and exit the ship.
Oh my god. This kid. Oh my god. Dude, should we say we're sorry again? So wait.
Dom says Rigbin, if you don't stop ripping things up, we're
No.
gonna have to start calling your Rigbin.
No, rip.
The pair of you are now at the
Sh-
docks. Still
Wait, I'm
shirtless.
shirtless. I just
Should
have
we
a
steal
R
some
on
new
my
clothes?
chest.
Yeah, no kidding.
Nah, responds Dom. Let's just take a ride on one of those carriages.
Okay.
Fair.
Oh boy. Oh. Let's see. So we're gonna have to. So wait. Why? First of all, why were we going on the boat in the first place?
We didn't know. It was just like we were told that we were going on that
Dom
boat.
flexes yet again.
Yeah. We just said sure, and we did it.
Mm-hmm.
Dom pushes the carriage driver out of the way and gets in the driving seat. He puts his foot on the pedal and drives off down the road at breakneck speed. Rip up the page.
Why? Oh my god. Yeah.
There you go. I fixed it.
Dom uses the staff of Zalos to turn wallpaper in the universe into untearable material. A bolt of lightning comes
Oh,
out
God!
of the sky and turns
Oh,
the carriage, forces the wall
no!
into stone. You are hit by a fragment of stone and
All right.
killed instantly. The moral of the story, don't
So-
rip up books.
But that was what we were trying not to do.
So
You tore up so many books that I died.
so that I mean, you know. So where do we go from here?
I
Is this
don't
where we
know.
Call it. So we call it for today. We can hit here. Here's what we're gonna do. This is gonna be one of those scenarios where that was universe where they're like they're seeing a psychic premonition. But this is what
You
actually
rip up the
happens.
page and it becomes a part of you. You feel as though you have transcended the need for mere materials to record your tales in.
There we go. Sure.
Fair enough.
I'll allow it. So you know what? That's what really happened. And you know what? That's gonna do it for today because this has been an hour. It has been an hour.
Oh, time flies in this
Oh.
game. I love it.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, that was AI Dungeon. I had a really good time. I hope you had a good time too.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe we'll be back with more if that's wanted.
I would love to
But,
see some of the other presets as well. Some of the other, environments, right? Because there's horror,
Yeah.
fantasy. Fantasy is the one we're on.
Yes.
Cyberpunk, apocalyptic,
Yes.
something, and then custom. There's
Custom. Yeah. There's even
a blank space.
we could even end up taking custom prompts or something. Yeah,
Mm.
if it's fun enough, stays fun enough for long. But alas, thank you for watching. There's links for everything that matters and more in the old description down below. Thank you. Bye bye.
Adios.